Dr. Umar this morning. Y'all, you know what? Pray for Dr. Umar. I mean, they are coming at him from all types of ways. This man, Lennon Honor, Dr. Bussy, he is on Dr. Umar. I pray that Dr. Umar gets an attorney in Utah where this man, he would live in Utah. Utah. Who the hell lives in Utah? Anyway, this man had Dr. Umar's nephew on his show last night, I think. Let's listen.
I was able to get a $250,000 grant from the school district of Philadelphia by the superintendent the superintendent by Dr. Heights. All this stuff you can look up for sure. 100% 2013. So I employed at 17. I hired my science teacher. I was able to hire over 250 youth. Was able to get my cousin her first job. I was able to create a curriculum that allows America.
This video is from Lennon Honor's channel 11 hours ago. It says Umar Johnson's nephew, Robert McKenzie, shares his concerns for Umar's mama. What the hell Dr. Umar mama got to do with you, Lennon? I am so sick of people going into people's real life and bringing their family onto social media to ask them questions about them, all because they're jealous and they don't know how to make content of their own. Make no mistake about it, Lennon Honor is not a content creator. He is a damn beast that is hunting Dr. Umar.
Could understand why during 2013, when a lot of people know a lot of schools in rural areas was closing, such down as Baltimore, Philly, Chicago, and I had a curriculum and a program that allows youth to run the curriculum and run the education component that they want to learn and also implement in their everyday life. So I have a curriculum that is funded by the school district of Philadelphia, $250,000 grant that I don't have to pay back at 17. I'm 29 now, so that's 12 years of me doing that and being able to do that straight out of high school. And this is just because of the school that Umar did put me in, allows me to gain that knowledge and to be able to exert my intelligence in that field and put me around mentors that allow me to get around the right people to do so.
So if Dr. Umar helped you, because later in here, we may not get to it, Dr. Umar helped him get out of this. They were trying to say that he couldn't speak well or had a speech impediment or whatever. Dr. Umar helped him get out of that because he says Dr. Umar knew he could speak. This is Dr. Umar's nephew. Dr. Umar helped him get into a program where he was able to get that grant at 17. So why are you talking to Dr. Umar's biggest social media enemy? You know this man doesn't like Dr. Umar. Have you looked at his channel? Every damn video on his channel is about Dr. Umar. The man has been talking about Dr. Umar for 10 years. Why would you go to this person's platform? It's like when my aunt brought her ass out here, tooted her ass out here and went to the person's platform who was dragging my name every day. Why do family members do that? Y'all are fucking stupid. I can't stand that shit.
He wasn't the person that like obviously held my hand or walked me through it. I had to learn it on my own, do it on my own.
Good morning, bro.
Like that. And I did reach out and let him know, like, hey, these are things that I'm doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro, he is taking care of his mother. He takes care of her. He has power of attorney and he takes care of his mother. She has MD, muscular, just however you pronounce that. MS, muscular sclerosis. Now his nephew, Umar's sister's son, is on this man's panel last night giving an interview. This man that he's interviewed hates Dr. Umar. I don't understand why family does that. I don't get it. I knew you was going to bring your aunt. You better know it. I never forget I'm a Leo.
And it was just like, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, stuff like that. But what got me into Millersville was because of him, because I was the first person to ever graduate from St. Cofer Freedom Academy Charter School, which is the Afrocentric school in America. I was the first person to ever graduate, so I made history for that. But also because I started my nonprofit, I made history for that too as well. But I wanted to learn, being in an all Afrocentric school my whole life, learning about the Nuguzo Sahaba, learning about my learning about how to pour libations, learning about how to play the African drums and things like that. That the core values of Afro.
I knew. Okay. Hello, Robin. Dr. Umar said, "Boy, shut up."
African culture, going to like Martin Luther King gravesite, Harriet Tubman gravesite, Frederick Douglass gravesite, going to Africa, doing service action projects and things like that. I've been around Black people forever. So me going to Millersville, which is a PWI, predominantly white institution, same college that Umar went to when he first left Philadelphia, it allowed me to be around white people. So that allows me to know how to talk, how they talk, know the lingo that they talk, things like that, X, Y, and Z. So right now I sit on a lot of boards as well. But my main thing, I'm an outreach coordinator for the workforce, for workforce development for Pennsylvania. I have one of the most profound workforce development programs in Pennsylvania right now, currently based out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is a government funded program. So 29, I'm the youngest person doing what I'm doing right now. Have a lot of success, have a lot of stories, testimonials, and things like that. All you gotta do is type in Google Robert McKenzie, and I promise everything that I did.
Robert McKenzie, I am going to type you up and I'm going to Google you and I'm going to send you an email, Robert McKenzie. I want to know, why would you go to your uncle, Dr. Umar Johnson, Jermaine, whatever y'all his original name was? Why would you go to the man's platform that hates your uncle? You know your uncle is battling him right now. He has a Umar Defense Fund because he has to get an attorney out of Utah. And I know when you're going to sue someone or whatever in another state, you have to get an attorney in that state or that practices in that state. I had to do that when I was dealing with St. Louis, Missouri. So yes, and it can be expensive. They're going to need a retainer, $5,000 to $10,000. Dr. Umar wants this man to cease and desist. He is messing with his character. Dr. Umar is a scholar who goes from country to country, platform to platform. He can speak and hold a conversation with anyone. So I don't understand why you would go on this man's platform and give him any type of conversation at all.
It definitely will come up.
All right. And he said it. All right. Now, have you been in Philadelphia your whole life?
Yeah, my whole life. Yep. Born and raised.
Okay. And so can you tell us how it is that you're related to Umar?
Right. Yeah, that's so his mom, he's my uncle. So like literally my mom is his sister. He's my mom, older brother. His father, his father, Jamal Johnson. I look like Jamal Johnson. I'm literally like the only one that got Jamal Johnson eyes. So like I'm literally the mix of the two. But yeah, so my mom is his younger sister. He's my oldest uncle. So yeah, that's how we related.
Yeah, and when was the last time you spoke with Umar, your uncle?
Why you want to know when he talked to Umar? I can't stand this damn man. Lord forgive me. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I do not like this man. And you could say it's none of my business. Yes, it is, because I am a contributor to the FDMG Academy, and they are hindering the FDMG Academy's success by slandering Dr. Umar's name.
Directly, I'll say like 2023 with my whole grandma situation, trying to figure out like, hey, what's up? He brought my grandma out here to Lancaster. One of his favorite Chinese spots in Millersville is Chang's. It's not there now no more. Shut down, but he brought my grandma up here. He came where to see me. It was like close to my birthday. He a Leo. I'm a Leo. His birthday like August.
Okay, another Leo. Look, now let me give this brother, what did he say? I'm gonna have to go back. Jermaine, whatever he said his name was. I forgot the boy's name just that quick. But I'm gonna look him up and I'm gonna email him. I am going to email him and I'm gonna show y'all what I emailed to him. Because one thing I despise is for family members to come out here when they see another family member out here on social media doing their thing, and here they want to come talking on their name. Just like my aunt. I don't know why feeling. Don't you worry about what I'm doing. Am I asking you to pay my bills? Am I asking family for a damn dime? Family asking me for money.
Is 7th, 8th, something like that. My birthday, August 14th. And then my other uncle, which is his brother, his birthday is like August 2nd. So,
well, I'm August 8th. You know what? And see, Dr. Umar is a Leo. Barack Obama is a Leo. I know he don't like Barack Obama, but Leos are leaders. They don't back down either. They do not back down, no matter how hard it gets.
we have about like a lot of males in our family is Leos, but so that's the last time I had the face-to-face interaction with him. He was with my grandma. He did bring her up and things like that. She wasn't the same as herself per se, but my grandma do have MS though. So she definitely have MS. It's not dementia. It might carry over dementia over time, but she is legally diagnosed with MS. Legally. Okay. Yeah, for sure. And that's why she have that ramp in her house, because when you have MS, your body tends to not have the same abilities or the strength to carry itself the same way. So like that handicap wheelchair accessible, her whole house is wheelchair accessible because of MS, not dementia. Dementia don't have nothing to do with your accessibilities at all. Okay. But so she definitely have MS, and her whole house is that. But so he was her caretaker for that. I'll say that was like 2022. When he brought her up to Lancaster, PA, for her to come and have lunch with us and things like that. Like I said, Umar definitely loved to have his lunch, so that was definitely what the situation was. She wasn't herself. Well, she was herself, but not fully herself, because MS tends you to like forget and things like that. But the next time after that was on a live, per se. Well, no, just texting him. I would text him like, "Hey, this is what's going on within the family. Like your brothers is going through this, family going through that, just regular stuff." Sometimes he like, "Dang, nephew, I'm sorry you had to go through that." And that's after, like I said, after we see my grandma and stuff like that. So I thought he was like on a good accord. And then later down the line, I'll say like 2023, that's when my uncles, which is his brothers, and my aunts, which is his sisters, was like, "Hey, yeah, we trying to see our mom," and things like that. So, and I was the only person at that time in the family that had direct connection to him, because.
And why do family members come out when they see you starting to go through something? They know Dr. Umar, people coming at him from different ways. His daughter on Instagram making videos every hour, faking her death, saying she's shot in the head and then the next day she pop up dancing in the camera, throwing her booty and shit. I mean, why do people do this? Why do people come at you when they see you going through? And then and I'm so sick of people saying Dr. Umar need to go get his child. The girl 23, she jumped on her mama. Umar can't tell that girl nothing. He asked her to meet him for her 23rd birthday so he could take her to dinner and spend time with her. And she cursed him out and called him a bitch. What do you all want Dr. Umar to do? The girl disrespects him. I wouldn't have nothing to do with her either until she got herself together. She got good sense. She's very intelligent. She can speak like a daddy. She could get on here and hold an hour conversation and talk about everything and never miss a beat, just like her daddy. Make no mistake about it, she's smart. It runs in their blood. Look at her cousin right here, her first cousin, Umar's nephew, 29, running, got his own business. And Dr. Umar helped him. So why he would get onto a platform with Dr. Umar's number one, what is it, bro? Nemesis, enemy, arch enemy, whatever you call it, is beyond me. I don't understand it. I don't understand why family members try and kick you when you're down, when they see you going through something with people, and then here they come wanting to pile on, all for a little spotlight.
Obviously, like him to feature me, because he see me as his next kin too as well. But the thing with him that kinda look at me sideways a little bit is that I didn't graduate college. Like I dropped out of.
No, what's gonna make him look at you sideways, boy? Why you up there talking to Leonard Honor, Dr. Bussy, who he does not like? That's what's going to make Dr. Umar look at you sideways, because it's got me looking at you sideways, and this is none of my business, but you brought it to YouTube, so now it is commentary. In the words of UP, I'm going to keep it on YouTube. I'm not going to go into your personal life. I don't have to go off YouTube and start digging and trying to find your great-great-great-great-grandmama's boyfriend, who she slept with and who he slept with. That's none of our business. So why did you come to these YouTube streets to talk about Dr. Umar, your mama's brother? This is your blood family. Why would you do that? Let me see what somebody said here. Good morning, Mr. Robot Man. Good morning. Hey, Andy, Dr. Umar is content like everyone else on the internet. Maybe Dr. Umar and his family doing it on purpose brings them attention. I don't know. Dr. Umar is really going through. His daughter faking her death, making money. Dr. Umar's mom is sick. Then he got a woman that helped him care for his mama. He allowed her to do that. Then she runs around saying that they was in a relationship, telling all their personal business allegedly. She's making, according to him, it's not all true. But my thing is, if they did have any type, well, she did gummy bear his Shango stick. But why would you come to YouTube and put your personal business? Why do you want to come to YouTube and tell somebody that you slept with somebody and you gave them fellatio? Why would you do that? So she's nothing but a gold-digging heifer. Candace Owens made a living off of it, talking about people, moms and grandma. Well, you know what? Candace Owens is a weirdo. She's a weirdo. You can do content about people, but you don't have to be so gutter with it.
The Louisville. So like it kind of like, I guess, rubbed him the wrong way. And he thought that in some situations I probably gonna derail to something else, but it definitely didn't happen. And I have a brother too as well. We Irish twins, which means we 10 months apart. And he went to jail for life for murder type situation. So we are we went to the same Umar put us same as much Umar was involved in my life, the same way he was involved in his. So like he put us in, he handpicked the schools he wanted us to go to.
He telling all their business about they got a family member that went to prison for life for murder. Well, why you got to get on and tell your family? Nobody needed to know that. Nobody needed to know that. Nobody needed to know that. I'm going to have to repeat myself 3 times so it can sink into your head like your uncle. Dr. Umar helped you get into a good school. Listen.
My brother took a different route. I just stuck to the same route.
Oh, that was his brother who went to prison for murder. Dr. Umar helped both of them, but his brother took a different route. Sometimes you can have kids that come from a home with a mother and a father, good family. I knew of a family like that. Father worked for the post office. Mother had a nice career. One son just couldn't stay off drugs. All the others did so well, but one son could not stay off drugs.
But so after that, so people would hit me up like, hey, can you just reach out to Umar saying like, hey, we just want to see our mom, X, Y, and Z, things like that. I start noticing like he didn't want to entertain those conversations. So one time he went live, and then and I just literally, he went live and he was in Philadelphia at the time and I was in Philly at the time. And I was just like, hey, like I've been trying to reach out to you, the family reaching out to me, trying to see what's up with my grandma. And this is what Umar, I know he's gonna hate when he see this, but is me.
Here we go. This is what Umar, he's gonna hate when. Why are you doing this to him? But why? Why? You're never gonna be able to come back from that. Dr. Umar would never forgive you. I know I wouldn't. I would never forgive you.
My siblings, so I have one brother and 2 sisters. And we call my grandma Barbara Shoemake, which is my grandma's name. We call her Goon Goon.
Okay.
Goon Goon. Goon. He used to make fun because we called her that since we was born because we didn't know how to say grandma. So we said Goon Goon. And as growing up, he was like, yeah, I don't know how y'all gave her that nickname. Like, that is just crazy. Goon Goon. Goon Goon. Like, just how he talked and stuff like that. So when we see that.
My daddy's mother, I called her Ma dear. We called her Ma. I called her Ma. She lived with me for a while when she got older. My mama's mama, we called her Nanny. Nanny and Ma dear, different names. My kids call me Granny. I just call me Granny. I don't want to be no Gigi. I don't want to be no Fifi. I don't want to be none of them fancy. Granny will suffice. Granny.
He know specifically what kids is coming from within the family. So like, I'm asking him like, hey, what's up with Gungun? And he like, nothing, nothing. So when he went live, and I was like, hey, Uncle Umar. I always say Uncle Umar because I always give respect every time. Every time. Always Uncle Umar. Hey, what's up, Uncle Umar? What's up with Gungun? Never said nothing in the live, never replied in the live, nothing.
But why you in his live asking about his mama, boy? Why you effing with him? Why you following him around, harassing him? You too smart. You're educated. Why are you doing that? Let Dr. Umar be. Let him just do his work. That's why he can't get the damn school open. He got too many. Well, I'm going to tell you, when you're trying to do something, the devil will come at you. This is nothing but the devil's work. All these people coming to him is nothing but the devil. We rebuke all of you devils and demons coming at him. We rebuke you and we return you back to your sender. In the name of Jesus, amen. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Rebuke them. PP, who's not doing it on social media? Hey, Josh. Hey, Kizzy. You know, I know pretty much, but it doesn't make it right. You know, it wasn't right when my aunt came out here effing with me, talking to people that she knew did not like me. How did she know they didn't like me? Because they was making videos about me every day calling me bitches. So why would you go to someone's panel that's calling your niece a bitch, but then say, I love Phyllis? No, you don't love me and I don't love you.
I go back to his page, like at the end of the live, I couldn't find his page no more.
He blocked you.
He blocked me.
Good.
So in my head, I'm like, so you blocked me, stuff like that. They can't come,
He blocked you because you are bringing his personal life to social media. If he don't come out here talking about his grandmother Goon or his mother. I don't like the name of Goon, but that's what you all called her, so it is what it is. I can see little kids and their granny saying Goon. It's okay. But Dr. Umar did not want you coming out here putting his business on social media about his mama. That's personal. Damn, can the man have? But I know he's a superstar when it comes to, he's known. People are going to talk about you when you're famous. But it doesn't make it right.
There's a reason why, though. Like, it was things that she was saying that, like, was loopholes that made it like she kind of told on herself in a lot of situations in that a lot. Like if you know somebody grandmom, well, she's not gonna think grandmom, but if you know somebody mom is doing bad, which is what she said, brothers and sisters, and she's living in a trifling environment, why wouldn't the brothers and sisters try to reach out or try to pop up? That's just common sense. She's living in a bad situation.
So now what he's insinuating is that Dr. Umar has his mother living in a bad situation. You a cold piece of work, young boy. I hope you lose all your damn grants.
Naturally, you're going to be like, okay, like she said, where's the family?
No, I don't. I take that back.
But he told you don't interact with the family. So you're keeping her in this nasty, toxic environment. And the family is reaching out, but you're obeying Umar orders.
I see what you're saying.
So you are playing devil's advocate. So, like, do you want her to get out of it or you want her to stay in it? Either way, you don't want to do either one would make you accomplished. You just want to, my name Bennett, I'm not in it, but you ain't doing nothing but to hurt my grandma in the end. So even if you don't want to reach out to the family.
Now, this man, Lennon Honor, that's interviewing Umar's nephew, he's gotten 14,000 views on this video. He already has another video set up to go live about Umar probably tonight. Every day he talks about Umar. His life is Umar. I think he wants, never mind, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to disrespect Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar calls him Brother Bussy. Pastor Bussy. This is how you get a Vegas strip style incident. When people won't leave you alone, when they keep your name in their mouth. This is how you get someone walking down the Vegas Strip, casually walking on a Sunday night, and then you have 2 people dead.
Reach out to the agent community, the elderly agent of politics or whatever, so they can get involved.
Okay, Dr. Umar don't miss beats like you doing. See, you lying. That's why you messing up your words. See, you come on, son. Your uncle is Dr. Umar Johnson. Get it together. If you're gonna get on here and talk about him, at least do it well.
And say like, okay, this is not sanitary, this is not this is not that, X, Y, and Z. And that's why I was like, hey, I called, like, there's at the screen door of my grandma's house is.
So somebody says, boss player and strong and independent in the comment section says, this shit is sad. Dr. Umar Johnson helped me find myself by explaining why they put me in special education in elementary school and middle school. Thank you. Somebody in the chat is for Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar does good work. There's so many Black kids that the schools will say, oh, they have ADHD. Oh, they're slow. Oh, I'm going to put them on this plan and they need to take medication. And once your child gets on that freaking medication, their mind, that stuff gets in their system and they'll never be right. Dr. Umar will help you keep your child from getting on things like that. He helps people. Why do so many Black people want to take a Black man down that is actually doing something good for Black people? And I don't want to hear what's he doing for his daughter. His daughter is 23 and she's grown and she'll let you know. She just said that she has a problem with authority. Dr. Umar was very strict when she was young, told her you need to do your homework before you watch TV. She didn't like it. So, hey, she rocked with her mama. Now she jumping on her mama. So I don't want to hear nothing about Dr. Umar not taking care of his daughter. And then the other mama vegan, won't let him see the other daughter. So y'all spare me. And don't tell me a woman can't keep a man from their child. Look at Little Miss Mermaid, a.k.a. Little Miss Catfish, a.k.a. Little Miss Tilapia. What's she doing with DDG? The boy got to go to Italy just to see the child for 3 days. So don't you tell me what a woman won't do and can't do. I'm a woman, I know.
Ripped down. I ripped it down because it's a like a fire safety barricade type screen door, and then it's the actual door, and the door is a metal door, and that metal door is a fire safety door. Because when you have a housing authority home, the doors had to be a certain material because of the safety measures that had to go into the fire and things like that. And then it was a storm door, which is something that had to happen in Philadelphia for the safety of elderly, because those doors is almost unbreakable in certain situations. So the only thing I could do in that situation is rip the screen door down so that I can knock directly on the actual door rather than the screen door.
So you actually went up there and knocked on the door?
Yeah, I banged on the door, climbed the fence. There's like an empty lot right next to it. Climbed that. Couldn't get in. Waited there for hours. Things like that. And then and my uncles too tried. So like my uncles.
When was this? When was the last time?
Somebody put in the chat. They say, man, Umar would have got the brakes beat off of him if that was our granny. That's Dr. Umar's mama. And I don't think you're going to beat the brakes off of Dr. Umar. That's Umar's mama, not this boy's mama. Umar got power of attorney. Is he insinuating, though, again, Dr. Umar is content now, and you, a host of others, will be talking, annoy him somehow, that work bad or good? See, I don't do videos about Dr. Umar every single day. And I'm an Umar supporter. I also donate to the academy. Yes, I give money. I don't think it's a scam. I think that school would have been open a long time ago if people had not started dragging him and telling people not to donate. I don't know what's wrong with the man trying to open up a school to help children. You have to get donations, but this man, Lennon Honor, he's steady saying it's a scam. But every day he's making videos and eating off of Dr. Umar's name for the pay. If it was no Dr. Umar, this man wouldn't have no content. He would have no content.
You went up there to try to see your grandmother.
The summer of 2023.
Okay.
Yep, this is all the summer of 2023. But before that, I tried to like 2022, tried all year. Winter came, slowed down. 2023 came, tried again in the summer. So I got connected with so I have a lot of elders in the community too, for sure. Like from the Freedom School movement and things like that, NAACP, all those same type people that Umar is connected to. And they helped me too as well. And they was like, hey, yeah, these are the people to call, people to contact, things like that. And everything just kept getting to a standstill. We found out like to the last person that was the like the general manager of the CNAs, well, the home health aid company, that person wound up getting fired. So they didn't have a person that I could contact until they hired a new person. And the person that was on her case before, they somehow got fired or quit or something like that. So it was a lot of things that I seen that it was a lot of dead ends because somebody disappeared.
Yeah. So when you say someone, the people who are on her case, because you did mention that you did call the authorities to try to have your right. So can you talk about that? When did you do that, and what was the outcome?
Right. So yeah, this is all summer 2023. The agent,
He going back to 2023. This is 2025. What are you doing for your grandmother now? Are you trying to help Dr. Umar take care of your grandmother? Are you participating in any way? Are you giving any money to help with because having round the clock care for an elderly person is quite expensive. I know. I took care of my grandfather on my mama's side and my grandmother on my daddy's side. So I know what it's like to take care of an elderly person.
the elderly, I can't remember the name exactly. It's like the agent and elderly, the people that do the self checks, so that technically legally we can't just call cops and just be like, hey, go check on this person. You had to call the agent of the elderly, and you call them, file a complaint, tell them that, hey, my grandma have MS. I'm just concerned. None of the family heard from her for a while. My aunt, which is Umar's older sister, Umar do have an older sister. She confirmed and stuff like that. So I had all the family confirmed the fact that they did not talk to her, which is about 10, 15 of us. So they did go out and check, but they not allowed to break in, obviously. So they knocked on the door, things like that, seeing who was there. The home health aide was there. It was that, and I'm not gonna say it was her per se, because I don't know. But if she was there during the summer of 2023, it was definitely her who turned them away and said that she was fine and everything was good, because they can't literally go into the house. And Umar he had rights over my grandma, and this is how it really all started too. Because what happened was my family had Umar, so my grandma had a like a second husband outside of Jamal.
Yes.
Right. So when she got dealt with her second husband outside Jamal, I don't want to drop names because then it might cause extra stuff. But she had a second husband, and he's the one.
They had a son, right?
Yeah, and they had a son. Yep, and that's my youngest uncle.
Leonard knows everything about this man's damn family. He knows the grandmother might have had another man and had another son. Oh, it's pitiful. Somebody just gave this man a $20 super chat, and the question, Fairchild Republic says, does he truly believe that he is a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass? If so, what proof does he have? Because the Douglass family has denied this repeatedly and asked Shoemake to cease and desist with this claim. Well, Dr. Umar and his daddy both say they are descendants. Yeah, we probably all related. They sold us off. We don't know who was related to whom. So you feel it was more people against it than wanting to go to the school? I do. I just think that, I mean, look at all the hate. I mean, people vandalizing the school. It's like, as quick as he get a step ahead, they knock him back. How can he get it open when people are praying so hard against him and just, they don't want him to succeed? That's my belief. That's how I feel. And if I missed anyone in here, I don't think I did. Hello, good morning. Okay, kids that say she driving. All right.
Right, he's the youngest out of all my uncles. So me and him is really close in age. So I'm 29, he probably like 35, 34. So we very close in age. So we grew up together, literally. So to me, I was with his dad more than my grandpa.
Can't believe this was at my father's attic.
Jamal.
Yeah, more than Jamal, because Jamal had, yes, he was in my life, but like sporadically per se. My youngest uncle dad was more in my life because he lived with my grandma. So he was there every day. So like I was a grandma's boy. Like I go to the thrift store with my grandma. I pick our favorite numbers out. I go to the scratch off. She let me scratch her scratch offs off.
Bless you, bless you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So like this is personal. Like as far as like my grandma go, everything outside of that, hey, that man got.
No, you don't care about your grandmother. You care about your time in the spotlight. Your night of fame, talking against your uncle, one of the greatest Black scholars of our time. Okay? This man can go, he's gone to pretty much everywhere. He says he's pretty much been to every country. He's been everywhere to speak. Not everyone can do that.
He gotta take that out with a lie in my eye. But so like I knew her personally. Like, I was the grandson that like picked her clothes out for her to buy, or she buy clothes for me that she felt like I would look good in and stuff like that. So like we had a very, 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 very strong connection. But so I was over their house all the time, every day. So I was connected, and then her second husband worked at my elementary school, which is John Marshall. So he worked in my elementary school as special ed. But Umar and the family didn't really like that because like they felt like he wasn't doing my grandma right. Like he wasn't like the man that they felt like he should have been for her. So like he was doing things on the side that like just like guys on the street, like we know like the word talks and it gets back around. It might not get back to the lady, but it's gonna get back to the man.
Okay. Can you give me an example of what you mean?
So like just flirting with other women, interacting with other women, having work relationships with women, things like that. That they wasn't really fun upon, or a lot of people in my family, like a lot of all my uncles say, like, yeah, Goon Goon, which is my grandma, Barbara, she was like the lucky, she was in North Philly, like all the guys knew her as just like a horseshoe. Like she just played the lottery, she just played whatever she had to play, and she went.
Okay.
Like, and she wins. Like that's all she does. She know how to read the numbers, she know how to play the scratch offs, and that's what got me into it. But so and they felt like he connected himself to her for that because somebody told her second husband in the community, like, hey, you need to be connected with her because she's gonna help you get out of the situation that you in.
Meaning who needs to be connected to her?
Her second husband.
I got you. Okay.
If you love your grandmama, boy, why you on here telling her damn business? Boy, I can't stand family members like this, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't stand family members. This boy on here dropping dimes on his grandmama, but in the same voice saying, I love my grandma, and Umar, Uncle Umar won't let me see my grandma. I wouldn't let you around her either. You probably just want to get over there and take pictures of her and then come back to the internet to say, this is what my grandma look like now. Just ignorant.
Yeah, her second husband. Because what happened was, because obviously she was married to my grandpa, which is Jamal Johnson. Jamal Johnson got married to his wife that played for the first woman. She was the first woman to be a scoring champion at Penn State, first black woman to be top scorer in Penn State. So he left my grandma to be with her, but left my grandma, and they had twins and stuff like that, which are my aunts too. Those are my aunts, the twins, and a bunch of other, but and left her with the boys and all the other kids and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But
Child, he telling all of Dr. Umar business. So Dr. Umar dad and his mama broke up. Big woo. They're not the first couple to break up. And daddy went on and got somebody else and had twins, 2 girls, who's Umar's half sisters. And this, I don't know if Umar talks to him. I don't care. Somebody just dropped another super chat. It says, did any of Umar's siblings try to get custody of the grandma? How come grandma is still in Umar's care? Does Umar's mom specifically want to be with him? She's in his care because not everybody, people will act like not everybody wants that full-time responsibility. Dr. Umar is taking care of his mama. Why are y'all worried about it? It's not your mama. His business about to be everywhere thanks to his family and content creators about the cover it rather than like him or dislike him out here. Yeah, people. Well, I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna do well on it. I ain't gonna cover all of it because if I don't have you ever heard of this man, Lennon Honor, Dr. Reverend Bussy? He got about 1 million videos. I'm exaggerating, but everything is about Umar. There's no way I would go through all of that because a lot of it is bad content.
so they definitely felt some animosity against my grandpa for sure. So like all like barber kids hate Jamal. just just because of that. Just because of that. So the fact that my grandma was with her second husband my whole life, so I'm 29, so 29 years at least. And he was doing the things that he was doing. A lot of people said that he was doing drugs. Her second husband was doing drugs. She was doing things that wasn't being holistic. And as my grandma is, she don't do drugs. Like the lady said, she don't smoke. She don't drink. She don't do nothing. Her only bad thing she did per se was gamble, but she won. so, so it was like she really wasn't.
So what? I like to go to the casino. It's her money. She wasn't out there robbing banks or doing nothing. Why are you putting your granny's business in? You think Dr. Umar want people out here talking about his mama like to play the numbers and stuff? But if she was with, and so what if Dr. Umar like to go to the casino and play? So what? What difference does it make? I got to go back and get this boy's name again because I'm going to definitely send him. I'm just going to tell him, I'm going to give him my perspective.
But she really wasn't like she was good, and she was a my grandma. I'm 6'2". Every man in my family over 6 feet. My grandma is like 5'10". My grandpa like 6 foot. She's a nice black brolic predominant woman. Like she don't really the way that I know my grandma, and then she was saying like, oh, she probably been touched before, things like that. No, my grandma is like one of them down the south women. Like, you not doing none of this to me. My grandma is a clown. She will curse you out. And I'm talking about when I was a kid. This is like 15 years ago. Like me at 12 years old, 15 years old, my grandma cursing people, like cursing crackheads out in Philly. Like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get away from me. Like just literally cursing, making jokes, literally like a whole like a personality for sure. And she don't do like gays. Like that's just not her thing. So like women, that's not her at all. At all. Men on men, women on women, or women looking at her, like she don't play that at all. So now her being at a point, right? And we used to walk down, me and my grandma used to walk, oh my God, for hours. 2, 3, 4 hours, going to different thrift stores, going to different lottery spots, different mainly thrift stores. Our main thing was thrift stores. So we used to go to different thrift stores and walk for hours. So for her,
my daughter thrifts a lot. So he just said that his grandmother doesn't like the rainbow community. I guess that's where Dr. Umar gets it from. You know, he loves his mama. But if a man don't respect his mama, he'll never respect another woman. I don't know how someone could find fault with Dr. Umar loving and respecting and taking care of his mother. I don't know how you'd have to be a low down dirty. You just have to be an ass to find something wrong with that. Or as I put in my title, a low down dirty dog. And I'm going to stand on that.
her to be able to do that, and now she's at a point where though she got to rely on somebody else to do that.
Mm.
She's not with it at all. She hated. She liked the casinos. Same thing she was saying. She loved the casinos.
Okay, I kind of like grandma. I like grandma. I like Dr. Umar mama. Okay.
She loved the casinos, and she's not a person that go in the casino and spend big money. She on the penny machine.
Okay.
She playing the slots on the penny machines, and she's not drinking. She's not smoking. She's just there for the music, the entertainment with her cousin, which is my great cousin or whatever. And things like that. So that's what made that's what made Umar in some situations resentful against his dad because how he left his mom. But what made Umar
That's right. And then also his daddy came out here, and his own daddy came out here and talked to his enemies about him. Or Dr. Umar can't catch a break. Dr. Umar can't catch a break. Dr. Umar can't catch a break. You got your daughter coming out here calling you a bitch, talking to your enemies, doing interviews. His daughter did an interview with some woman who don't like Umar. She just did another interview with an African man and his white wife, asking her the same questions. When the last time you talked to your daddy? How did your daddy do? Just the same questions. The same shiggity we've been hearing for the last 3-4 months since she came out. But Dr. Umar can't catch a break. Everybody in his family is coming out talking about him.
are more authoritative over his mom is because once she was diagnosed with MS, the family found out the second husband wasn't taking care of her the way he should. And he was worrying about things that he shouldn't, as far as like other women per se. I don't know. That's what they said. So Umar felt like the family was letting that go on and not doing nothing. But at the end of the day, my grandma was still doing whatever she wants. She don't care. She's F him. That's how she operates. F him. I'm with the family. I'm going to the casinos. I'm going to the beach. I'm living my life. Like, I don't care what he's doing. I'm still do me. But she wasn't like out here doing like entertaining other men or anything like that. She wasn't on that at all. She was more so worrying about the family and her own entertainment and enjoying her life. And her main thing was fish. My grandma loved fish. Like, I'm talking about, you go in her house, she got like 6 fish tanks, big fish, ugliest fish you will ever see, but those was her babies. But she fish was her thing. So that's what she really cared about. But the fact that she got diagnosed with MS, and when Umar found out, he felt that a lot of people didn't stick up for her the way that she should. And then there was some court cases going on to get the rights of my grandma to be her power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
It was only 2 people that was supposed to show up. Like, so it always go to the oldest first. The oldest is Umar's sister, which this is the oldest sister. She did not show up because I ain't gonna see why she didn't show up.
That would be would that be Jamal's first child?
No.
Okay, so there's another, because I was looking into this.
Look at him with that. Oh Lord, forgive me. Lennon Honor, aka Pastor Bussy, why are you so invested in Dr. Umar's life? He think he know everything. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but that Vegas Strip incident, people get tired of people effing with them. And it wasn't right. Of course it's not right. But you wonder how people snap.
Ask how much older is Umar's older sister than him?
None of your damn business.
I say like, so all right, so his older sister is all right, so it's by my step.
Listen at this boy. He just up here singing like a damn bird. You a snitch. You are a snitch. You the one that'll just drop dimes on everybody. You a snitch.
Grandpa, basically. So I don't know how that happened though. So I guess my grandpa was with my step grandpa first, and then went back to my grandpa.
You mean your grandmother was with your step grandpa? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then went back to my grandpa, and then went back to my step grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
type situation. Because my oldest aunt is not my grandpa's child. It's not Jamal's child.
Right.
It is my step grandpa's child. And my step grandpa, I didn't know he was there before my grandpa. Until I started doing the age. I'm like, oh, how you older than Umar if Umar is my grandpa's child? But yeah, so she was with him at some point in time before my grandpa, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So first she met my grandpa first, though. My grandpa did tell me the story. He met her first. And then my grandpa got ventured off or whatever. And then my step grandpa came in and got her pregnant. And then my grandpa came back from like the army on some.
You talking about Jamal? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jamal came back on like some stuff or whatever. And I'm gonna keep it honest. Jamal told me out of his own mouth. He was like, "Listen, man." He was like, "She was a quick fling." Like he said, "Listen, just like old guys, just like everything. Like it was just like I didn't think it was gonna turn out to that, and it just turned out to more." So like I guess my step grandpa had it first, and then my grandpa Jamal came back from the army or whatever, like just on a delay. He wasn't completely out from the army. He came back, met my grandmom, thought it was gonna be a quick fling. She got pregnant, and then he had to lock in type situation. But then he left back out.
Yeah, the timeline that you're mentioning is a little bit different than what my research shows. And I could be wrong in my research, but I go.
Now he finna tell this boy that he know the family better than him because he done did research. I wonder, does he know his own family? And I'm talking about Lennon Honor, aka Pastor Bussy. Boy, I hope Dr. Umar can sue you and get you to stop talking about him. I hope he can get it to where you quit. You can't speak his name anymore.
Based upon what Jamal has stated, and then there's an article that was written about him. And based upon that, in the timeline, he was with your grandmother prior to actually going into the military. Okay, now that's based upon what the article says, but as of right now, I'm going to go with what you say, okay? Because you.
Well, thank you. I would think he would know his family better than you and your research and your timelines, and all his damn documents he's produced for his show. Y'all, this man is a weirdo. This man that is interviewing all of Dr. Umar's family is a weirdo. He's a weirdo.
Her family member. So basically what you're saying is that your grandmother was dealing with Jamal for a while, but then your I'm sorry, go ahead. What did you go say?
So that part, I don't know how they had my oldest aunt first. Like, I don't know how my step grandpa got to my grandmom before Jamal.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, like, I found out that my aunt, which is Umar's, I always thought Umar was the oldest.
Yeah, a lot of people did. Mm-hmm. But when you hear Umar talk, he'll say, "I'm the oldest son."
He's the oldest son, right?
Yeah.
And then his sister, who's the oldest, because he got a younger sister, which is my mom, but his older sister they don't have the same dad.
Right.
And that's where I'm like, so where did that come? Because they never talk about my step grandpa.
Boy, the mama got pregnant by another man first. Damn, what's the big deal? Get over it, people. Ugh.
My grandmom, none of my family never talk about how they first intertwined type situation. They always say like, yeah, she was there first, and then that part get blurry. That part get blurry. So if Jamal said that, it's definitely facts. If Jamal said that.
Yeah. Do you know how old your stepdad is?
My step grandpa?
It'll be your step grandfather.
Yeah. No, I don't at all. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. He was like he worked in my schools and stuff like that, but I knew he wasn't like my grandpa, so I wasn't really trying to like get him to know that much. I wasn't trying to get him to get to know him that much, but I was around him enough to know about him. Okay. Like as far as like him cooking pineapple upside down cakes, him drinking Heinekens. That was his things. It was his things.
Yeah, real quick, let me just let people know inside the chat room that this is Umar Johnson's nephew, because there are people who came in a little bit later, they're wondering. So this is Umar Johnson's nephew. Also, I just want to say I offered to put his Cash App up here, and he's declined. So I just want people to be aware of that too. He says he's not on that, that he's doing this because it's the right thing to do. And I much respect to you for that, brother.
So what's the right thing to do? What are you doing? What's the right, what is right about you coming out here talking about your grandmother, talking about the 2 men she slept with, but you love your granny? You think your grandmama would be proud of you sitting up here talking about her past? Not everybody want folks up in their business. Why are you doing your grandmother like this? I hope you never see her again.
If we can go back to,
I take that back.
one of the things you were mentioning, you were talking about, I'd asked, how much older is Umar Johnson's older sister? Do you know how much older
she's I think like 4 years. I think she's like 4 years, 4 or 5 years older than Umar.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you sure that's his sister?
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely
not an aunt.
No, yeah, that's not his aunt. No.
Okay.
She's the oldest, cause
damn, he think he know Umar family better than him. You sure that's his sister and not an aunt? Oh my God.
she was the person that was supposed to get authority, because she was supposed to be the what was the word you said again? I'm sorry.
The power of attorney.
Power of attorney.
Yeah. So let's go to that.
She was supposed to be the power of attorney, but she didn't show up because when some stuff that's her business, that's what she got going on, that's her.
Mm-hmm.
But she felt like it was more important. So the next kin is Umar. Yes. So when Umar came, he shut everything down.
You remember what year that was? You remember what year?
2023. I'll say like 2020.
Okay.
I'll say like 2020. Because during that time, my little sister was my my grandma caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
So so before he started getting all the women, my sister, and this is where my mom got into it, and I got into it, and all my uncles got into it. So outside of Umar, his brothers got into it. So, and this is why he told her, don't let none of the family in. So my sister was my grandma's caretaker at first. My sister, my youngest, I'm 29. My sister right now is 24.
Okay, so he was telling the younger sister, who was a caretaker of your mom at that time, not to let anyone in?
No, he wasn't at first. So my sister, which is my grandma's granddaughter, so she was just like, hey, you can take care of Gungo, make sure she's fine. Cause we already know what Gungo like. We know the things that she want to do, stuff like that, X, Y, and Z. So she was fine with it. It got to the point when he realized that my sister was letting her use like the phones and letting people come over and talk to her. He was like, oh wait, no, we're not doing that. They wasn't there for my mom when your step grandpa was treating her like trash, or when he was like, they wasn't there helping her when your step grandpa was treating her like trash, and they wasn't there when they had to get like the power of attorney. But it's like nobody can beat herself with the oldest. It goes down. So the fact that the oldest wasn't there, he tried to hold everybody accountable for it. But he was saying like my step grandpa wasn't really taking care of her good enough. He wasn't washing her. He wasn't really doing nothing for her. He wasn't really worrying about her and stuff like that. And that's why he got my sister involved. And my sister was like, hey, yeah, I'll take good care of her, everything like that. And he kicked him out. He kicked him out. But this is the thing though. So it was my uncle living there, which is my step grandpa's son.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
which is my youngest uncle. So
hold on, y'all. Boy, this boy here, he's telling it all, isn't he? I'm gonna change this title to Dr. Umar Johnson's nephew betrays him, part 1, because this video is 2 hours and 56 minutes long. I'm gonna watch all of it. We're gonna review every minute.
Well, he was living there. My step grandpa was living there, and my grandma was living there. The room that Umar is in, right? Because it's 2 rooms
upstairs. Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's only 2 rooms upstairs. my grandma got MS, so the floors, the steps is made wide for wheelchair accessible. Everything is long halls. So it's a bathroom downstairs, it's a bathroom upstairs. The room upstairs was my youngest uncle's room, which is Umar's room now. So my youngest uncle was there, and my grandma, her and her husband was there. When Umar came, he kicked them both out because now he had the power of attorney. And then he had my sister come in, told her to not have these people back in here, things like that, X, Y, and Z. One day, my sister called my grandma, which is 2023, and that's what like bubbled things up. She let my grandma use the phone, and she called me, and she was like, and my grandma, my mom's side of my family, like Umar and them, they call me like Robbie. So she called me. She was like, Robbie, like, I know you're doing a lot. You're doing this. You're doing your thing. But, like, I know you're going to come save me. Like, I know you're going to come save me. I know he's the devil. And then the thing that I knew when the lady that was protecting Umar, because she said Umar is the devil. She said that. She made one comment and said, he's the devil. That man's evil. She got that from my grandma. She always call him that, the big black man, the evil man, the devil.
Wait, well, hold on. You talking about Umar? She called Umar that?
Yeah, she called Umar the devil all the time. Well, not all the time, but recently. But it is a lot of reasons why she do that though. Because one, obviously, I wouldn't say because she's doing bad things to her particularly, but like the lady said before, that my grandma is a Christian woman. Like she don't do that Afrocentric stuff at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is pro-black, but once you start talking about like the Nguzo Saba, Ma'at, the Kiswahili, the Kahar,
probably also though the rituals and the sacrifices and the Ephah stuff. She's probably not comfortable with that stuff.
Yeah, she's definitely not comfortable with none of that. She ain't doing none of that. She's not with none of that at all. At all, at all. And she always say, like, yeah, he got all these women here, he's fucking these women. And in my mind, I was like, at that time, I was like, Umar, nah, he probably doing all that crazy stuff, like with the spirituality stuff. But like as far as the women, I never seen him with a woman ever, my whole life, ever, ever. Like his daughter Nina, Nisa. I was with her. Like Umar, Umar used to live behind us in Frankfurt, on Cellar Street. So it used to be like a house that's connected, and he used to bring his daughter there all the time. So like we used to like chill, take us out to different places. And
oh, he used to bring his daughter all the time. So he used to spend time with his daughter until the daughter's mother stopped him from spending time with her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop right here at the 40-minute, 37-second time stamp. We are going to do a part 2 and a 3 and a whatever until I finish this. I sure am. I'm stopping at, what did I stop at? 40 minutes and 37 seconds. And like I said, this is almost a 3-hour video. So we will be finishing this on lunch and then tonight. Umar Nephew. Oh yeah, we're gonna finish this, honey. I didn't even finish the other video yet. There's just so much going on. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna change the title of this video. Dr. Umar Nephew betrays him, part 1. Blood Nephew betrays him. That's just low down and dirty. You guys have a good day. I gotta go to work now. I gotta go do my job. Okay, you guys have an awesome day. Happy Thursday. Throwback Thursday. Stab your family in the back Thursday.